Firm company is ILEG Technology Screens. Before we get into all this, let's show you why we're here and what's going on. All right, let me get Taco's string out of the way. Let's explain to you everything that's going on before we start this, even though we've done this explaining already multiple times. All right, so as you all know, and for those who don't know, we have a YouTuber who goes by the name of Crows1176. He's changed his channel now to Crow 3D. That's what he calls it, Crow 3D. All right, so basically, he's been doing some campaigns for a very long time about our company, making a lot of false accusations. Our products are doing this and doing that. And keep in mind, yes, we have lawyers. Yes, he's going to court. Yes, he's being sued. All that stuff on top of that with the copyrights and everything else along with it. So, we tested a lot of his products. And a lot of his products just turned out to be basic, nothing but house paint. Used a lot of high-power projectors, dark environments, to try to give off the illusion that his product was doing something more than what it was supposed to be doing. So, he has a video out. Well, it was a video out. He basically removed the video. But, let me see real quick. You can find it. You can just go to Google and pick it up. Basically, it's a video of his product being made. Let's see. So we type in Crow1176 black and white paint challenge. This is already we looked up already, and this is what will come up. So in this video, shows you a video of how he was making his products. Basically, it's just all black and white paint. And then he introduces it to a more high-end projector we have today. Darker environment tries to fool you, make you think you're going to get this image. A lot of his customers didn't even come close to that image. And there was a customer, as we showed you before, had a long throw projector. It was an Optima. It was a very powerful machine. It washed out completely. 2 windows knocked it out. So this is the product right here. That's the ingredients. We made it the exact same way. We have our batch over here. So for ours, we call it the real because ours actually has silver in it. We actually dropped in 2 teaspoons of dark mica powder into it. So you'll see this is the video right here. It's the actual video. I put a link below so you can actually check it out for yourself. Now, when we did the test, we put it against products that we purchased from him. One was the Metallica mix. One was the Cinemax. Another one was the personal mix. It all matched, all of it. There was not really any big difference, a real big change. And mine, the projector we used in the demonstration was the Chrissy top tier venue projector, 1920 by 1200, 5000 lumens. Yeah, no, it didn't do well. As you said, we had the stuff outside also too, didn't do well either. So this is how he made the product, this is how we made it. But if you notice, no silver, but he calls it Metallica mix. We added in 2 tablespoons of mica. I put the ingredients below on how we made ours. And yeah, that's him bugging me and cursing me out right now. So that's what was going on in the video. Now, mind you, we sent some of this straight to his business address. If he sits there and says, I don't have my business anymore, yes, you do. You're not able to liquidate, or what do you call it, dissolve your LLC due to the fact that you're missing some very sensitive documents because he committed fraudulent crimes on that. But that's another story in its own. So you can see right here, this is how it's made. 2 tablespoons of flat black paint. So that's how it's made. So we made those ours, my Christy on the floor. And we put the link below. You can check it out for yourself. Watch me paint the screen in, the whole 9 yards. We have it here. I was just drying the back of it because I don't want it to mess up my black screen over there. My screen is black. I don't want it getting jacked up by a gray screen. All right, let me see. So this is ours right here. So ours is made the same way as his, except for we added Metallica on ours. We have 2 tablespoons of dark mica. What is going on in the back? Is it here? Oh, it's back there. I'm trying to say, I've got music is playing over there. We got the projector set up already. All right, so I'm going to lay the sample surface against my screen. Let's see what it does. Now, he claims to have made our product. Again, court orders coming in for that one too. Also, too, buddy boy. I'm expecting to see all tests. This is going outside against our product we have over here with the cinematic. So we're expecting to see all those tests because my lawyer will be asking you about, you said you made our product, you have a history of doing this nonsense. We can show as far back as the 8s that you've been, sorry, 7s, he's been doing this nonsense. So we can show a track record there. We also gave you permission to make our product. I think he forgets stuff, I really do. And he failed 2 attempts on that. So we're expecting to see our product with all testing intact. If you don't have that, buddy, guess what? Because of the heavy amounts of evidence we have against you, you're not going to get a year for each one of these. You could possibly get 30 years for each one. You can get 10 years for each one. It's just going to be really bad because we can show that you willfully and viciously, maliciously went out and did these demonstrations without a care in the world. So, not going to go well for you. So anyways, so just give you a recap. All right, for those of you who are tracking the package, because we did ship him a package of his own paint that was sent out to him. Let's see. Did I just take that off of here when I was going through? I probably did, knowing me. All right, let's just track down the whatchamacallit, the tracking number. It was not supposed to be removed. It's supposed to be in here so I can go back to it, but I did apparently took it out when I was doing something. All right, not a problem. United States Postal Service shipping. That's the United States Postal Service tracking. Package. Let me see. 95. They all start with 95. 95. 95. I'm not gonna remember this offhand. Let's see. I posted the tracking number, so I'm good. Let me see. We're going to my account and dig up the tracking number. But I did post it. Let's see. We did it in a live when we did this demonstration. Let me see. Here it is right here. This is the tracking number right here. Well, I did basically one, but I can get it from the thumbnail, which would be much easier. I'm going to get it from here. All right. I'll write this down again. I think I wrote this thing down multiple times. My desk is a clutter. It's always a mess. Oh, microphone. I literally just dropped the microphone on my desk. Oh, I got it right here. What am I doing? It's right here on my desk. I got my microphone there. All right, let me see. Let me go back to this. I wrote it down. Not any problems with me. I just don't write things or what things are for. I just scribble them down and be done. All right, 9589. 9. Let's see. 31. 31. 05. 05. 50. 50. 45. 45. 45. 81. You get 81 or 61, because I'm feeling 61 here. 81, 81, 81, 81. The last time I made a mistake. 40, 40, 37, 37. Let's see. Hopefully we got this one right. There we go. We got the number off by 1. All right. Somewhere I made a mistake. Let me go in here. We got it. It's on here. I got it. I'm off by 1 number in here. I do it all the time. Let me see. 37. 37. That's when that's 37. We change it from here. 85, 89, 31, 31, 10, 55, 04, 55, 55, 55, 55. I wonder if this is the correct one. Let's see. Yeah, it is the correct one. Okay. All right, this is the correct one. So right now, it is showing that it's in transit right now. It's going to be showing up on June the 1st. That's when it's showing. It's supposed to be there before then, on the 30th. But again, everything's delayed, so not a problem. So it's going to be there in no time at all. It has in California right now. It's in a distributor center, as you see, in California. So everyone who has a tracking number, there's a tracking number right there. So make note of it. Got a lot of people checking this out. There's actually bets going on right now about if he's going to sign for this package or not. It comes with a restriction signature confirmed, which means he's the only one that can sign for this package. That's it. Now, it's up to him to get the package. If he fails to get it, say if the package comes there, say he's not home, they take it with him. They don't leave it there because it has to be his signature. So they'll keep coming back to drop off that package. If he tries to make it so it's not there, it'll come back to tell him that it was non-signed for, which means, Mr. Fernando, you dodged the package. We know that. So any trick or anything you think you got up your sleeve to get around this, you can't get around it. Everyone's going to be watching this. Everybody knows how mail works. They leave a tag on your door. So you can go pick it up. Is he going to need ID for this? I think he's going to need ID for it. Well, you're going to have to figure it out. That's your problem, not mine. Just make sure you get that package, because any excuse you use, it's not going to go well for you. If you say you don't have proper ID, then we know why you don't have proper ID. You don't want to basically push that any farther than it's already going, all right? So, I would suggest you be there when that package gets there. Because everybody should have state ID on them. So, if you don't have state ID, we know why you don't have state ID. All right, and if I have to, I'll resend it out again. And again, and again, and again, until it's signed for. Because we're not going to make excuses about this. This is your own product. You can't say, well, somebody, no, it's your own product. There's two versions in there. There's the original one, and there's one we actually added 3, which is a little darker, and some mica in it for you. I have the other one. So, can't make any excuses for this at all, period. This guy tries to weasel his way out of everything he possibly can. He's a bit of a weasel. He tries to weasel himself out of little situations to get around it. There's no way to get around it. This is airtight for you. So it'll give you an understanding of what's going to happen to you in court. It's the same thing. You're going to have to do this again in court. But the difference between it there is you got a judge staring you in the face, you got lawyers staring in the face, and you got me. So you get it right in there, or basically you face the consequences. And the consequences mean you will not be going home, so you know that. And you will be sued in the process, including the other stuff we're going to stack on there too on top of that. Since we got you in there, might as well bring it all in there, right? There we go. All right, let's see what works with this paint. We got the upgrade version of it, so we got a better version than the one he was showing in his video. Let's see if it works. Now, just so you know, Fernando, I'm calling you by your name. Just so you know that if you show any kind of retaliation or being upset or angry about this outs you. You know why? It's your paint. This is your product at the end of the day. You have the same thing coming to you. So what's the problem? Accept the package, sign for, do the same thing I'm doing live. That's all you have to do. Match me. That's all you have to do. Now, if you complain and cry about this, that means I'm right. And if you cry about this, and we see any other videos you basically retaliating, they'll be documented for court to show that you got upset over something that was your video demonstration. You gave out products for free. Or maybe it's because your free products are actually, the products you were selling to your customers are actually the same as your free products, which is considered to be scamming. So let's go and see what happens. I'm going to put this right over here, like so. Right there. Got the thick tape, so that should definitely fit there. I'm bringing this down. I like this. I got to bring this down because I have this demonstration here, and I don't want the light blocking my screen. I don't want it to seem like I'm trying to do something with my screen real good. You got that surface sitting up there. We do things by the book over here. Now, as you can see, your stuff's not working already from the door. I'm going to get a little closer. We can get closer for you. And that's an upgrade version of your product. Mind you, I'm going to call you by your name. Jamie, mind you, I've done this demonstration years back. I had your products there. I paid for them. Even the ones that you gave me back my money on. And I tested your stuff on this particular product, and it matched perfectly. So, what did you sell me at the end of the day? Because when I paid for that personal mix, I was expecting something completely different, and I got something that matched a product that you sold, you gave away for free. This is where we're going to have a problem. Mr. Fernando in court. And your customers who got ripped off. Now, the sad thing about it is, Jamie had a group of people that were working with him. As you all know, that little group he's with, they were pushing his products. You're also involved in this mess too, so you know that he's being involved, picked up on fraud. You were also accessories to his crimes because you were also on YouTube boasting and bragging about his products working when technically you knew they weren't. So you're going to be facing the same thing he's going to be facing, conspiracy charges. So let's go over here and let's see what we can get that may work on this stuff. We'll get the colors first. Red screen. Now, usually when we do stuff like this, they start screaming, oh, it's a waste of time. No, it's a waste of time because you feel that you don't want to be outed. That's what you consider a waste of time. It wasn't a waste of time when you were taking money from your customers, was it? There was no waste of time there when you were stealing from them. There's no waste of time when you were sending over their hard-earned money to your banking account or your PayPal account. It wasn't a waste of time, was it? But now it's a waste of time. All right, so see the gray screen doesn't pick up at all. Blue screen. Let's go take a run around the block as we usually do. We do this all the time. No ads. Let's see what we get. Nothing. So basically, you claim to have a product better than the cinematic. Our black technology, that's what you claim? All right, let's keep on going. Purple screen. Now, the only thing with this, James, this is just humiliating for you. That's pretty much what it is. But in that courtroom, it's going to cost you $1 million. In about 30 years of your life. Because we can show a track record of you doing this nonsense for a very long time. Which means it's called willfully. So, let's see where it goes. Yep. We need it out the corner. There we go. We got one. There we go. See? Now let's put a slow color changer in here. Slow color changer. So how is it possible that the technology we have here is picking up nice and bright, but in your demonstrations it comes up dark? And you know what comes up dark in our demonstrations? We do a versus, black versus black. Black paint does that, which means you have black paint in all your containers. So for each one of those demonstrations you do, it's going to cost you $1 million in about 30 years of your life. Hope you're ready for this. Now, meanwhile, to back up my theory and what I just said, I sent you some of the same paint. You even have an upgrade version of it sitting there waiting for you. Now, if I'm lying on camera and everything I'm saying is fake, you should have no problem signing that document and bringing that paint inside your home and doing the demonstration live so we can all see it. And by the way, you can't pop those containers so easily and tamper with them. You pop them, they snap in half because they're glued on. So you would have to snap those things to get them off. So we can clearly see if you were inside those containers. So you can see your paint's not worth jack. Even the upgrade version, which is better than yours, because mine actually does have mica in it, silver mica in it. So it can be called Metallica mix. Is it a 2.0? Heck no. As you can see, it's not maintaining color that well, does it? So that means the light in here is killing it. Let's try some white levels. How about that? 4K snow screensavers. Let's see if you can turn our screen as dark as you claimed that we came up in your videos. Remember, you did this video where you claimed our products came up so dark you couldn't watch them? Mr. Fernando, this is a separate lawsuit because it means you went out, you did these demonstrations, you spread some very nasty rumors about my company, and you said our products came up darker than yours. This will also cost you $1 million in 30 years of your life. You don't have a lifespan. You're not immortal. You receive 50 years in that courtroom, you're done. How old are you? About 49 years old, around that age? Yeah. You can't even afford 10 years right now. Not even 5. So it seems that our upgrade version of the Metallica Mix 2.0, which we was selling for roughly 90 bucks, and we paid for it. Then it went down to 85, and then it went down to $60. It's nothing more than just basic house paint. And mind you, we took this paint and we put it against other products that we paid for, including the Cinemax, including the Personal Mix, the Hybrid Mix, and it matched. And just out of curiosity, I went out and made a reversal, which I'll put the link below, which you can go to the blacklist and check out the reversal. The reversals is where we take everyday just black paint and we take it opposite. So if you're doing reversals, what you do is you take black paint and you put white paint in that the other way around. If you did it the other way, it just takes too many resources, waste of time. You won't be able to keep track of how many scoops you're putting in. It becomes a nightmare. So you start off with the base being black. So it took 6 tablespoons of white paint in order to get your UV mix. A perfect, exact, identical match, which I posted. And then when the Frankenstein came in, the Frankenstein was slightly a little lighter than the UV mix, which we showed on the demonstration. So that was only 5. So we made your products, all of them. And this is the upgrade version of your product, which actually does have mica in it. So you were saying all this nonsense about our products not working. Mr. Fernando, this is not going to go well for you in a court of law. When you get an attorney, have him reach out to me. I got a lot of things to talk to him about. I guarantee you by the end of my conversation with him, he will drop your case. Your product never worked. Oh, let's get the snow doggies. Now, I could have leaned into contrast, right? No, we do contrast. We're good at that. We'll do that later. Let's play with these white levels a little bit. I'm curious to see if the screen turns my screen as dark as he said in his video. And mind you, we're at 24,000 of light in the environment we have right now. No ultra short throws in here. None of that needed. Not necessary. Now, you're going to sit there and say, well, that's not my product. It is your product. It's your product made the right way because you were literally supposed to have silver in that stuff. So that's a better version of what you were trying to give away for free. All right, let's go to the place you don't want to go to. Starfield screensaver. Now, my projector over here has a 1000:1 contrast, because of our technology, we can read that infinity level, which you can't pick up with jack. That's the reason why you're always in these really, really dark environments. And again, if you sit there and say, well, that's not the same as my Cinemax. Remember, we did this one before with the Network Ray 773. You really want to do that again to yourself. You're going to have to do that demonstration live, mind you. So with that being said, it doesn't match your product. We did the test already. As a matter of fact, if you notice in the Network Ray 773 demonstration, we had 3 of your products up there, and all 3 of them blended in together, including with the Network Ray. So you don't bring contrast either. What about that woman with the dark makeup on? Remember that? He was going around showing that in the dark? We're not in the dark. We don't do those. AK Desired Nature. Oh, we got it right off the bat. Isn't it lucky? Right off the bat. So let's go over here and let's pull up that particular one. Because he's tricking his customers, telling them that you could pick up that image with no problem whatsoever on his screen paint products. Let's see. Now again, if you get upset on your channel, screaming, yelling, again, it's your product. That shows that only people get upset when they're being outed because they know they've done things for a very long time, and now it's being exposed. It makes them very angry. So you're just telling yourself. Let's see. I'm pretty sure we're going to get a couple outbursts in court. Remember, too many of those right there, that's contempt. You get locked up for that. Keep it calm. So as we can see in the demonstration, the woman he did with the black makeup on an ultra short throw projector with a 2,000,000:1 at $3,300 at 4K, he still had to be in the dark. It didn't read. And if you lie and say that your product is different, then we're expecting a demonstration in a full lit environment. Keep in mind, Fernando, because we have these court documents that are filed against you, understand this. Anything you say will be used against you in a court of law. Do you understand that? So they'll dub and copy whatever you say on camera, and we'll bring it to a courtroom. You making those statements. You'll have to back it up. So be careful what you say. So if you make that statement, we're expecting you to see the Cinemax fully lit environment we'll be having here and showing a contrast level. And you see the product doesn't work at all. Of course it doesn't work. Let's pray. While his customers sit in the dark. They don't go outside like my customers go outside. You know, right? We show that. Customers just run outside with it because, you see me with it outside like, because it's up to ambient rejection. Let's go outside. Yeah, we painted the entire wall and inside next to windows and stuff because that's what it's designed to do. Your customers don't sit in the same environment. They only sit in the same environment my customers do. So you can see, no. Let's go pop over here. Let's check out one of these with some color in it. Maybe we'll pick, no, won't pick up over here either. If you notice, it's the same shade of color that we got outside. It's the same thing. So all that time, all you people that were buying that product and supporting it, you got ripped off. You bought house paint. That's the way what you bought. An over-glorified $90 to $85 and then roughly dropping down to $60 house paint. You could have bought a gallon of $30 paint. You could have did the exact same thing. They got ripped off. Now, if you knew your right to the court of law, you could have taken small claims court and you could have got $10,000 out of it. Because there's no way, you could back it up. There's no test underneath of it. Okay. Let's try something lighter. TLC 4K demonstrations. He does these ones a lot. And I'm going to do the same demonstrations he's done under that P2 on that demonstration with Network Gray. TCL 4K demonstration. There we go. Let's start with this one. And you claim to beat our black technology? Really? Fernando, let me explain something to you. We know so well that we're going to win this case. I've already hired a debt collector already in California for you. The minute your case is won, the minute we win the case, and we send down that document, they freeze your accounts. Before you make it to California, you'll be poor. If you make it there. Because with all the charges we have against you, you may end up going to jail. You committed a lot of crime. And mine, as I said before, I'm a United States citizen, buddy. You attacked my company. That's what you did. Viciously. And spread some very nasty lies about me. Now, for the Mexican community, do we blame you for his actions? No. Oh, heck no. No. He's an idiot. You should blame him at the end of the day for giving you a bad name. Because that's what he's trying to do. That's why he's got the nickname Mexican Trump. That's what we call him. He gives you a bad name at the end of the day. But to me, at the end of the day, nah, I don't see it that way. I see the world as you have races of people, and then you got bad people in each race of people, and they make the other ones look bad. But people with good hearts, they see the good and the bad separated. So, I got plenty of my Mexican brothers and sisters, and I got plenty of Mexicans about to marry into my family pretty soon. Man, I can't wait for that too. It's going to be awesome. But anyway, it's a shame that, we got to deal with those particular individuals that make us look bad. Trust me, I go through it myself. Every race goes through it. We have those particular groups. Unfortunately, we do. I got Williams. Yeah. We're same color, you know that, right? Yeah. When people thinking that all black people are fake preachers at the end and steal money from people. Bad enough we got that reputation. You don't even make jokes about that in movies. You know that? They make jokes about that movie, Crooked Reverends, joking and stealing money and having fancy cars and all that stuff. That's become a joke. That's kind of jacked up. If you're African American, you're an honest preacher at the end of the day. You go through that mess. That movie called The Hustle. Man, that movie, I couldn't even do it. I thought it was funny when I first saw some of the stuff on it. But the whole thing, Charlie, it's about a preacher in the background. It's about how much money he's making. Oh my gosh, I'm done. Click. I couldn't take it. Awful. Make my people look bad. They didn't work all that hard to end up like that. And that's the same thing with his people. They work very hard when they come over here. And you got to get thrown down a narrow corridor because somebody wants to come on in and commit crimes. It makes everybody look bad. And you've ripped off a lot of people, man. You ripped off a lot of people. So, guess what? For those you got ripped off, for those you felt that you couldn't do anything about it, we're going to make sure he pays for it. And the minute you made contact with my company, to rip me off or try to make my product look bad, you got the wrong person at the end of the day, Fernando. I'm going to make sure you're locked up for the rest of your life. I'm going to make sure we sue the daylights out of you for everything you have done to me. And when I'm done with you, my family's going to step in. They're going to sue you. And any other person who you contacted and made up kind of false accusations and whatever, they're going to file a lawsuit along with us. But good luck with all that. Let's see how it works over here. That's disgusting. It's disgusting. That's horrible. Gee whiz, you can't even pick the colors up correctly. We got an upgrade version of it with mica in it. Yeah. So yeah, we get to court. We're going to question him on his products. Have they been tested? That's a big bird. Well, any of his products been tested? He doesn't have to go through all that. No 9 yards. So it's a place you can't lie at. There's nowhere to run. You're going to sit there and you're going to answer every single question that I advise my lawyer to ask you. You're going to answer everything. You'll be sitting right next to the judge. Bailiff will be sitting on the other end. You're going to answer every single question we give you. Horrible. Absolutely horrible. I feel sorry for that fellow went there and painted that whole entire wall. He painted that whole wall. 2-inch screen. Can you imagine what he thought he was going to be able to get? You have to be in the dark with that thing, and even in the dark, the colors don't even pick up correctly, which is a shame. Wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense. I mean, if your structure beams were that freaking weak at the end of the day, that whole section would have collapsed easily. Not a TV would have done that. Easy would have can. A car driving by, vehicles that drive by your house, they vibrate your house all the time. That definitely would have came a long time ago. Yeah, there was that frail. You're leaning against the wall, you don't want right through it. So as you can see, no. You're not getting your money's worth. My projector cost $60 in this video demonstration. That's all. It is a 720p Christie LW400. $60. It don't work on its paint. Doesn't work on its paint. Sorry about that. Doesn't work on its paint. As you can see. And we're going outside with this sample sheet, by the way. We'll be outside with it. See if it works outside too next to our product at 300 lumens. So I told you, jealousy. A lot of jealousy. Let me figure out a way how to tamper and make his product look like something that it's not. Mr. Fernando, you're going to have to back this up in court. These statements you made are going to cost you a lot. Keep in mind, this, you think at the end of the day this is going to be a cakewalk. The system inside is a very interesting place. It really is. I can tell you firsthand of experience. It's not the place you want to be in for a minute. It's that bad. You're going to spend the rest of your life there. So you better figure a way how to get this mess fixed. We are not accepting any plea deals. Too late to test anything. You sold a lot of this stuff. How much trouble companies get into if they sell products that weren't tested first? A lot of trouble. Doesn't make a difference what you're selling. Has to be tested first before you can actually put it on the market. If you think something as little as screen paint won't be affected, yes it will be. Everything has to be tested. So when the tracking number gets there, will we have the same results? We should have the same results. Yep. Now keep in mind, if you darken your product to try to make it look like you beat the product, you're going to have a problem there. Because this is going to pull higher white levels. It's going to make this screen look really, 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 really dark and dirty. For light paint. So you're going to come out looking dirty. That's not going to work. And mind, you have to do that before the environment lights out. There's no way to get around it. You can't even darken your product. We all know what your product looks like, so you can't get around that. Let's try this one right here. Your products are the same complexion that one is. Some are a little lighter. So for your Cinemax to automatically turn dark, Hyper to turn dark, no. That we already know from the door. So you, at the end of the day, trying to figure out a way how to weasel out of it. You're out yourself. And mind you, it's your own paint. Now, before you go into the whole rant about, well, I'll send it, you send me down what? You can't make my product. I don't have anywhere, any videos showing you how to make it. You do. That's the difference right there. And keep in mind, I gave you permission twice to make my product. You did some Nor mix and then you failed, didn't you? All right then. Pass that already. And you said about black paint. We asked you to send us down black paint. Last year was a certified letter attached. We never got our black paint. So that's failed too. Did the demonstration done. No more excuses. I'm trying to get him to do this for 4 years. You're not 4 years? I think it's 4 years. You've got 4 years. We're trying to get him to do this demonstration. And he's been avoiding it. Now, even when he did the fake move, sent us on an email, say, hey, good luck sending that paint over to me. I don't even live here anymore. And then we found out, we saw those holes in the wall, and I said, wait a minute. Who the freak sells a place with holes right there in the wall? Rents a place right there in the wall. And the video all of a sudden was marked as private. So he's faked the move. Gee whiz, people try anything to get out of something. But they'll be right up there on camera trying to rip you off. Skyworth food demonstration. This is another demonstration. He claimed that our product came up dark and unwatchable. We'll watch the whole full thing. I'm a fan of everybody. Hold on a minute. I'm going to pause this for a minute. My fan over here. Now mind you, not only is he at blame, but the individuals who supported him, Daniel McAfee, Danny Rogers, and Derek Franklin Williams III. These are people who supported these actions, that stood behind these products while they knew that Jamie was going out and selling these faulty products to other people. As a matter of fact, even Rogers jumped on it and tried to sell some fake paint along with him, because also he wasn't the only one caught with fake Google images. We actually caught Rogers doing the same thing too. We have it posted. I'll find the video and upload it again. You can see it for yourself. We caught him stealing images. As a matter of fact, you can go on his website right now. There's a place called Parte's Humble Beginnings. It's a tutorium system, which you got it wrong. It's not a gymnasium or whatever. He got it incorrect. But when you blow it up, you'll see there's no way in the world you could ever put a screen there. It's virtually impossible. So that was fake. It's a fake image. And that was a real image of a real place, but he's not in there at all, in any whatsoever. And again, they thought they could both go in there and lie about the product. We'll lie about the product. We'll just tell them they had this and that. They won't know the difference. That's what they did with the gain range nonsense. That stuff doesn't exist. So, again, a lot of fake products. Those two were working together. I'm bringing out and introducing these fake products, and at the same time ganging up on me to try to take me down, so that way I wouldn't be outing them for what they're doing right now. How well did that work out for you, gentlemen? Yeah, not too well, right? And Mr. Rogers thinks because he's offline, he's not on YouTube, and he's minding his own business. Nobody, sooner or later, someone's coming to your front door with a little document stating that you're getting sued. Because remember, you posted my face without my permission, right? So that's going to be a $10 million lawsuit, maybe higher than that. We got some other stuff on him too. But he'll find out about that in court when we get to court. So you can run and hide off YouTube. You can disappear. But mind you, we know where you're at. So we'll be in touch with you real shortly once I get everything tidied up and ready to go. Let's get these guys out of the way first. We have plenty of time to get to you, my friend. The pictures you posted are very fresh. Now, we've asked him multiple times to contact us with an attorney. We've got nobody, because he already knows what's going to happen. As you can see, gray paint just not doing that well. It's not picking up color correctly. Space about it. So you're going to advise me at the end of the day that I should have your projector? Because I'm not spending $3,300 for a screen paint that can't read a proper contrast level or color. It's a waste of my time. be outside of that. Oh man, out in the sun. That's what I like about the new technology. You can go anywhere you want to go. I cannot wait to get the bigger ones in. I'll go out there and play with those too. So I'm still looking for this product to make my product dark, and I watch for some of the demonstrations. Now, Fernando, if you say that, oh, we're using special camera equipment, well, we're going to be in there for that because you're being sued for that separately too. And that's another $1 million, or a little higher than that, but yeah, you're being sued for that separately. Anyone that we caught making that statement, $1 million and up. Because you can't do that. You got to have proof. And you, in the courtroom, if you want, you can use my camera. I'll let you. We'll hook it up, stream it right off the big screen. You show us in my camera how we did it. Where everybody watches in that courtroom. If you get there wrong, it's going to cost you time. It's going to cost you money. Time is in jail sentence. Man. The paint's horrible. I can't wait till we get outside with this. Good gracious, this stuff is not going to work outside. We're at 24,000 here. That is not going to work outside. Alright, let me see. I got my bag and everything I need and business cards. My business cards over there? I got business cards. Got that done. Little business. Got me out walking around recording stuff, and on my business cards now, get a link to my site. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, now load that business card. So I just did updates just a few minutes ago. We loaded our monster screens on there. That's why if you see videos popping for the monster screens, oh yeah, we got a 1 gallon. 1 gallon? We're doing 1 gallon. There's a people requesting more. They want bigger containers. So the 1 gallons are coming in. We blocked all comments from our page, and the reason why, I don't feel like dealing with idiots. I don't. Now, we got some people comment, yeah, thank you so much, we appreciate that, we do. But we get some other people just come in and just say some of the dumbest things on the face of the planet. And I'm like, I ain't got the time for this nonsense. I'm a busy man. So you can reach us by email. Our emails are all filtered because we got a company to filter all that stuff. Oh, by the way, those who've been sending stuff through that email, remember I told you a while back that I had a company come in and filter our email? See you in court. I want to spend most of my time getting rich off you guys doing dumb stuff. So we'll see you in court. You contacted my company, right? My company's legit. It's licensed. All that stuff. So you contacted me, right? With some nonsense, right? All right, see you in court. You got a special company to trace the IP addresses and all that stuff or anything that comes through. Dummy, get any more dumber than this. We already told you we were doing this. That's like I told the guy we had a process server coming to his front door. Did I lie about that? No, a process server came to his front door. Gee whiz Louise, can't make this up. You know, like, you want to just empty your banking accounts out, right? Sell your car, sell everything. Just sell everything and just send the money to me. That's basically what's going to happen to you in that courtroom. Just give it all to me. That's all you need to do. You don't need it. Just give it to us. We tell you we're going to do this stuff to you. Why don't you listen? All right, where are you going to go? Sony 1 hour demonstration, which we're not going to do. Any transition screen. Oh yeah, transition. Let's get this gray paint can transition up and pick up the red on that. Oh wait, that's it? Or I gotta watch this for a minute. I'm picking one of these up. Go back to the 90s. All right, I'm good. I'm buying one. Anyway, yeah. I was going to say for a minute, I'll buy one. You know what? I got a lot of adults on there because we're the ones. I used to love that so much. When you get a kid come on and start talking trash, or you're too old to be on a game system, we're the ones that got the money to buy. You don't. It shuts that down so fast, so quick. Yeah, ask mommy for money. We don't. We're good. We're going to buy whatever the frick we want. I just get that all the time when I say, you're too old to be on here gaming. Are you kidding me? Who do you think designed your game? Kids? All adults design your game. That's where it came from adults. I just have the conversation all the time. Oh yeah, that game's coming. I'm buying it. Oh, you can say, oh, I'm sorry, you gotta ask your mother for allowance for money to get that, don't you? Okay, whatever, bye. So I just put them in their place. That's basically about it. Buy whatever the freak I want. I'm definitely getting that. I'm grabbing that. Friends just saying, like, you're buying that? Oh, heck yeah, I'm getting that. Oh, we went back too far. Right now, you don't want to get outside, man. I want to be outside. I'm tired of being inside. We've got technology finally. Let's go outside and play. I want to be outside. I'm going and the certified. I was like, how come you're not outside? It's beautiful out there. Go out there and play. You like it. So this is called the transition part. So we have to show color, there's white levels, and the black contrast, and then colors again. It's called transition. Transitions are not done in the dark, because again, defeats the purpose. You probably have nobody doesn't have ambient projection technology. Okay, that explains a lot of mess. Anyway, oh yeah, we got Rogan containers about that. At one point he was, and at one point I don't even know what goes on with that stuff. Anyway, as you can see, no transition capabilities. So this is what happens to your screen with an ultra short, though. When you have your lights on, a projector you bought to try to replace the TV. Now a monitor over there can do this right here with no problem whatsoever. Now again, we have to explain this to Jamie, because Jamie has a hard time understanding about his emotions and feelings. First things first, no, we don't hate you. We ain't got time for that. But I will out you because your products don't work. You're fake, you're a scam, you're a rip-off artist, man. That's what you do. Alright, so it is what it is. That's nothing to do with hatred towards you. It's just a problem. You are so emotional. You're an emotional human being at the end of the day. You're too emotional. You take everything as, oh, they're kind of attacking me. They're Mexican drum. And literally, you are this guy. Okay, so bottom line is you get so emotional. Everybody's out to attack you. Nobody, your stuff doesn't work. That's all to it. You didn't do any tests. Your stuff does not work. I tested it. I used to make great paints back in the day. I know bad stuff when I see it. And your stuff doesn't work. Can I honestly say it's the worst thing I've ever seen? Yeah, I've seen worse than that, but but still, your stuff don't work. And for the lies you tell on camera, for those high-end projectors you use to try to trick people, to fool people, they're getting this, they're not going to get that. That's why any of your customers, if you look at his customers, none of his customers match his demonstrations. Our customers do, you know why? Because their projectors are better than ours. And we use old projectors. So no one's mad at you, no one hates your guts, your product just doesn't work. Hey, you get a chance to get, well, you won't have that chance, but if you ever had a chance to go to a distributorship and they say, hey, we don't like your stuff, it doesn't work well, it's not doing what it's supposed to do, it don't mean they hate your guts, it means your stuff just don't work. They don't like it. That's all to it. And you get very emotional. Now right now, I bet you on this channel, there has to be a whole lot of pictures of me on there. There has to be how we're fakes and phonies and how we're scam. I bet you there's a whole lot of stuff on there right now. I guarantee you. He's probably ranting up a storm. Well, rant all you want. Everything right there is going to be used against you in court anyway. And a package is coming. They'll see if you sign for it. I'm expecting fully lit environment demonstrations, especially one next to that window. If you notice, all our stuff is ambient light rejection technology, and yet every time he claims to have our products, we're in the dark. What the fuck? Why are we always in the dark when he claims to be having our products? As in the dark, because the screen doesn't work. And those red levels, that's why I showed you the solid colors first. Very important. You see exactly what you have. And you're saying, well, he doesn't have the P2. No, I don't have the P2. But at 1.7 billion colors, what are you calibrating that machine for? Why is that thing always in the dark? I can never show what that 2,000,001 contrast does. You have a fully lit environment, no star, because it doesn't work on your projector. The P2 is absolutely useless. Any form of 4K or 1080p projector is absolutely useless on a white or gray screen due to the fact that it can't enhance the contrast so it comes with the projector. The projector has a 2,000,001. What good is that going to do to use a 2,000,001 high contrast projector at 1080p or 4K on a gray screen? Do you know how contrast works? Let me explain to you how contrast works, since that's our field at the end of the day. The darker your screen, the better chance you have of bringing up darker shades of gray. You don't bring up actual black, but you have a higher chance of bringing up darker shades of gray. And this plays much better on darker screens. So projectors who have 2,000,000, 3,000,000, even 10,000 or 22,000 have a better chance of that particular option enhancing itself on a much darker level that it's being displayed off, instead of a lighter version that basically is giving it problems because it can't read that well because it works better if it's darker. By the time you reach a black screen, it's not needed because the screen itself is contrast. Did he ever explain it to you on camera? No, he didn't. Too busy ripping you off. That's why. Everybody knows that. Any form site will tell you. Any form site will tell you that the darker screens are the best screens for 4K and 1080p applications. Anyone will tell you that. If it was the lighter screens, why would the Darkstar 9 and any of the technology that Diamond makes, the darker screens, be less? Sorry, more money. If the light gray screens are the ones that were best for 4K, wouldn't you think they would be more expensive than the darker versions? Gee, this guy was born under a rock somewhere. Like, where does he get this from? You know, every person, influencer that goes through this stuff laughs at this guy. He doesn't know what he's doing. Literally. I've been talking about that for the longest time, that you have to use darker screens for 4K and 1080p applications. As you can see. Jeez, we're at 720p and it doesn't even work. He did that whole thing with the Frankenstein in the window. Oh, that thing was so orangey, so faded, so washed out. We need to put the lotion on the screen. Put the lotion on the screen. They did it with the lotion on the screen. So that screen was ashy. It was so ashy. Let's get a video here to play. It was super, super ashy. Put the lotion on the screen. That's what you're getting. So my $60 projector over here does not work on this. And this is a better version than his, because mine has actual Metallica in it. To try to help its contrast a little bit, I added in dark mica. It still didn't work. You know, the whole term of fake it till you make it. Yours is more like fake it, but somebody finds out, drags me behind into a courtroom, sues me, and throws me in jail, which is not going to happen. Sooner than you think. But you owe a lot of people money. You ripped off and stole from a lot of people. He's on his channel right now, screaming and yelling, bitter, upset. What are you upset for? It's your video demonstration, right? You made it, right? This is made from the same thing from your video, but the difference between this one has a better version of yours because it's upgraded, it has mic in it, which you should have had in yours before going on your channel and saying you're making a silver Metallica mix with no silver in it. Then you're even still ripping people off. That's like somebody saying, hey, look, these are raisin cookies, and you buy them, there's no raisins in them. But the package says raisin cookies. Well, if I'm buying a Metallica mix, I'm expecting to find silver in there somewhere. And there's no silver in it. So how does that make that a Metallica mix? Silver is, gray isn't Metallica. Gray is gray. That's what it is. You have to have something in there proving that it's the reason why it's called Metallica, because it has something in there that is Metallica, silver. Gee, what's the reason? We not crack books anymore? Okay. I'm going to just making stuff up as we go along. What right here? Making stuff go on. Sheesh. It's pathetic. LG food demonstrations. Remember this one? Yeah. So we matched the network grade 773 in. Now, Fernando, if you feel in any way that what I did here is completely falsified and fake, get a lawyer. Take me to court. But you can't. You know why? Because it's your demonstration, it's your product, and I upgraded it at that. And you got the same thing coming to your front door. So, good luck on that. Now, Mr. Fernando, you on your document for your LLC that's delinquent, you have an area in there that we can print up a document on everything while you're in there. From now on, any agencies we get contact gets a copy of your address. The reason why it's being done because you've been doing some interesting activity we know about. So they all have your address now. So if they have a problem, they're going to direct that problem to. They'll either contact the police in that district or they'll have an attorney to bring you in for court. So now you're under the limelight now. And mind you, you already know your situation. Let's get another one here because he's been doing some stuff that we found out about. This is what he did right here. That's just one play too. Also, maybe a little bit over time. A little bit. I got to get my mess behind me. So I see you changed your channel. You went from Crow_3D, and now you put down Crow_3D_ and try to throw people off. We'll update. I'm looking forward to the package getting there. I'm on your YouTube channel right now. You can see he's very upset. So he's in there showing faces of me and cursing and carrying on as usual. We're used to that. We showed this demonstration. This one matched the bare silver screen, and it also matched the network gray 773. Let me see. These are the LG demonstrations he does. Now, when you want to make the statement about this is getting sad, no, Jamie, this is sad. You ripped a lot of people off. You ripped off churches. You ripped off a lot of people. Businesses, schools, all kinds of stuff. You ripped them off. They could have literally just made that stuff themselves. They were going down that road anyway to get ripped off. They could have just made this themselves, to tell you the truth. You make statements that this is getting kind of sad because you feel that's going to reflect. How does it reflect back on me and sad? I've got a loan coming in for millions of dollars. I'm upgrading to a big building. My technology is going to be plastered everywhere. I'm going to make millions of dollars in the process of it all. My technology is going to the next level, and all our stuff can be backed up in any court of law. You, on the other hand, can't back anything up at all whatsoever. You've committed perjury on your own LLC. You have your company's name sitting on your landlord's building. You've exposed your dark secret. Now everybody knows what it is. You've got caught multiple times matching house paint. You ripped off numbers of customers or had bad results on your products from the door. Your track record is absolutely horrible. And from our testing over here on your stuff, we have cancellations and everything from you from a company that calls himself able to back up his product. You have a lot of cancellations on you. A lot of PayPal. He lost 21 PayPal claims. 21. He's not able to back them up. Not good, man. You faked a move, lied to your fan base and told them that you moved and lied about that. You committed multiple counts of fraud and mail fraud. So, no, that's getting really sad. And here we are here with your product, and it doesn't work, and I had to upgrade it. I can't call this a Metallica mix. There's nothing in it that makes it Metallica. Nothing in there. LG 4K demonstrations. And that's the thing he does. In his videos, he opens up windows and doors, nowhere near the screen. So it looks like all this light coming in. But on your website, you said it's not ambient light rejection. And the reason why you do that, because you had to tell that customer something to make him open up his windows. And you see, the customer's intentions wasn't to make him look bad, because he wasn't saying anything bad about him. His intentions weren't that. He literally opened up the windows because he thought he could open up the windows, and the screen washed out. And you can hear him in the video saying it's not enjoyable. He wasn't happy with it. I wouldn't have been happy with it either. I'm pretty sure anybody else that went over there was a family member or friend and saw that monstrosity would have said, man, that's horrible. So he didn't do the video to be nasty with you. But somewhere along the line, you told him he can open those windows up, because why would he open them up? You lie to anybody, just get some money out of them. And he took his time to build that whole entire environment. He took his time to paint that whole screen. It's time. It's his time at the end of the day. Time he can't get back. He could have been doing something else with that time. And he stole that from him and then turned around and basically sold him a product that wasn't even tested, that did this. We don't even have windows in here and the screen washed out. If the greens don't pick up, nothing picks up. I'm gonna clean my mess up. You guys watch this mess. See, on the video when you watch it, the bookcase is supposed to be shiny, glossy. His paint basically killed all that. That's why he was up there doing his hands in front of the screen like this and blocking the screen with objects and stuff so you couldn't see the screen. Yeah, because it wasn't working. But he knew it wasn't working. That's why he was doing all that stuff. He knew that stuff wasn't working. He got busted. Got on camera, talked a whole lot of nonsense and got busted. I know he pops in here from time to time. I know you're in my room when you come in from time to time. Just let you know, your stuff doesn't work, Fernando. We'll see you in court. And like I said, when that package gets there, make sure you sign for it. So that way, we can get this ball rolling. If you don't choose to sign for it, then it's going to speed up the process for yourself. Absolutely horrible. Waste of money. Should not touch my screen with this stuff. Okay, let's go over and see the reaction of Jamie from the last couple of days, how he's been acting. Now, like I said, it's his product, his demonstration. He went out there and tried to give this product away for free. He's mad because we showed off the network rate 773 failure. So this has been the activity on his channel. All you gotta do is type in Crow1176. It brings them up every single time. We ain't gotta put in a hyper/slash now. So just put in Crow1176. It'll pull them up every time. So here's his activity in here. So this is from 2 days ago. Crowcast. Let's talk about the failed business of loser Kenneth Bird. Okay. My business failed. You don't have a website. You didn't do anything, buddy. But okay, we're failing really hard. Okay. This is supposed to be Crow's dark silver cinematic. Let's see the yellowish tones. Yeah, again, always in the dark, as you can see. And here we have Scammer Bird right here, lying. Yeah, all right. Yeah. We'll just see what else he has on here. Keep in mind, package is coming soon, Jamie, so I'm looking forward to seeing this demonstration. Let's see what we got in videos over here. Let's see, my simple response. We don't care about that. Just make sure when the package gets there, you sign for it. We don't care. Exposing the lies. Okay. More stuff he does. And over here, he's supposed to be saying, what are the benefits of upgrading to the Ultimate Black Cinemax? You don't have the product. So how would you know what the ultimate benefits are? We just did a demonstration a few minutes ago. So you have to prove that in court, Mr. Fernando. All this has to be proven in court. So I told you, Monday morning, I'm going to, with the court documents we already have over here and with the charges, I'm going to be contacting the police district in your neck of the woods and let them know that we need to have someone come out there, pay you a visit, because again, you've been having a lot of criminal activity from that apartment. So you have enough in your document for us to push that through now. So you'll be getting a visit shortly. I don't know what's going to get there for, a package or police. We don't know. But I do know for a fact that we can now contact him because he has a lot of stuff in there about how he's been doxing addresses and carrying on, committing all kinds of crimes from his apartment over in California. As we did with Mr. Williams. We had enough evidence because there's enough stuff coming through. There he is posting our, whatchamacallit, has a license. I do have a license. I have a license from my company. I just applied for one. That's nothing new. All right, your company's unlicensed. You don't have one. Man, this has been all about me all day. Look at this. He's just been here talking about me all day. Look, we got right here, no one here. Over here, he's showing my butt. I told you, Jamie has a thing for me. He shows my butt all the time. That doesn't embarrass me at all, period. Let's see, explaining our new furniture projection screen. Okay. You don't do well in the gaming, do you? Yeah, because the screen washes out. It's in the dark on that one. This is just nothing but rants about us. That's it. That's all his channel. Nothing new. He's not developing anything. He can't. His products don't work. He's just showing inside of our office. That's basically about it. But again, I told you, nothing but rants. And when a person rants like that and they don't back up anything from the door, I just tell you from the door they're guilty. Jamie, look, here's the deal. Package is going to be there, all right? Everybody has a tracking number. We all know what's inside of it. We all know the ingredients. You're going to have to back this up. You can complain and fight all you want. This is just typical Jamie right here. The screaming, the yelling, all this other nonsense. That's just typical what he does. He doesn't back anything up. But it's on its way. So you got to sign for it. If you don't sign for it, then there's just going to be another lawsuit placed against you. And again, like I said, because we have substantial evidence against you over here, all this stuff we had basically scanned into the system. If you're doing all this stuff, I will be contacting the California, I think, police or whatever, and law enforcement officers in your neck of the woods, pointing them into your address, pointing to your address, that we have multiple crimes that were committed against you, committed against us in the state of California in that apartment. And you know what they have to reach out to? Your landlord. And let your landlord know they were at that building for you. All right. So, all the processors that will be coming through pretty soon, they'll have to alert your landlord. And we have to speak on it too on top of that, because you have a lot of negative activity. If you notice the images that he has up here, he doesn't show a lot of images of his place. Did you notice that? It's only from inside of our place only, but he doesn't do outside of his place. We got one here. And I guarantee you, probably the entire video is right up on top of the screen. Yeah, of course it's right up on top of the screen. He doesn't want to show anybody or anybody where he's at. It's too late for that, buddy. We know where you're at. They know where you're at. They know the inside of your apartment, everything, the whole 9 yards. But I see a lot of your videos are basically now of you just showing inside of our place and basically real close up on the screen so no one can see exactly that you're actually at your place right now. But we know you're there. And that's just to show you how sad it got for this guy. That's it. Pretty much. That's it. And you see he's not talking about screen paint. He doesn't have anything left. Let's go over here real quick. Let's go pop over to, let's see. Now, again, I don't know what you're getting mad about. It's your product, right? That's your product that you made. You're upset and mad and bitter with me. You're making all these nasty videos about me, but that's your product. That's you in the video, right? Am I wrong on that? Are we wrong on that? Isn't that your video of you in there, right? Let me see. Crow. There we go. Paint challenge pops it automatically. This is you, right? So what are you mad at me for? You're mad at me because we showed everyone this video, and that's what he's angry about. That's why he's in the ranting and carrying on, acting up. He's ranting about. Oh, by the way, about the hamburger. The hamburger costs $3. Where are you getting a hamburger for 59 cents from? Where would you get a hamburger for 59 cents in this decade and age? No, that hamburger was $3. I said, you can go out and spend money for hamburgers at $27, $30, $40 hamburgers. You can. Never said that hamburger was. See, you hear what you want to hear. And again, 59 cents. Where are you? Can't even get a McDonald's hamburger for 59 cents. Where are you get a hamburger for 59 cents? That's why I told you he has no concept of reality. I don't know what goes on in his brain. He has no concept of it all. But, buddy, look, see? This is what he's mad about. This is your product. This is you, right? That's you. And that's you hounding me and screaming and yelling at me. That's your product, right? So, why are you mad about us doing a demonstration on our real mix right here that we made? That is your actual product, but the difference is this one has mica in it. It's a better version of your product, and it still failed. It's sitting right over there. It still failed. It's a better version, and it still failed against our product. And you're over there ranting. What are you mad about? So, okay, this is what you do. This is what you do. You're mad and angry about what we just did over here, right? You feel we're wrong, right? Just like the whole thing about the Metallica mix and the Network Race 773 ranted said he would never match, and he did. All right, then what you would do is when that package gets there, you sign for it, and you prove me wrong. That's what you do. Prove me wrong. That's all you got to do. Prove to me wrong that what's in that container is not going to match your product. That you want to see the difference between night and day. 100% contrast levels of your product as you claimed. Perfect color levels, all that. And guess what? You won't be using that P2 projector because that thing is calibrated. That's why you can't use it. Go use that Epson projector. I mean, we got a cheap machine over here, but no problem. Heck, I can swap it doing with the Epson too, not a problem. Your stuff does not work. You have to come with that at the end of the day. He doesn't want to admit it. So you just do the demonstration, do it live so we can all see it. You know, we can't wait. If that's the case, then I'm lying. But a 59-cent hamburger? Where do you get a 59-cent hamburger from? I've never heard of a 59-cent hamburger before. Yeah, this is supposed to be a 59-cent hamburger. Where do you get a 59? Anybody know where to get a 59-cent hamburger from? You do, please tell me where you get one from. I'm curious. Exposing the lies. So he's that desperate? Wow, he's that desperate that I literally talked about a hamburger and he's that desperate. That's pretty sad. That's when we know he has nothing left. Yeah, show me where you get a 59-cent hamburger. I would love to see where you get a 59-cent hamburger from. Where do you find a 59? I gotta look that up now, I'm curious. 59-cent hamburger? AI is gonna look at me like, have you lost your freaking mind? 59-cent hamburger. Not even AI doesn't want to acknowledge it. What the frick is a 59-cent hamburger? 59-cent hamburger. Microphone's trying to say here. 59 cents, which is curious. See, there's no such thing as, where would you get 59 cents from? I'm just curious. Where in the world do you buy in this decade in time, where do you find a 59-cent hamburger? Please tell us, because we would like to know this. I would love to get a 59-cent hamburger. And see, while there isn't a current deal for a 59 cents hamburger at McDonald's, because McDonald's doesn't have one at all, period. Let's check out McDonald's and see if anybody else has one. So it had to be in Allentown, right? Because I was in Allentown, I got that hamburger, right? Allentown? Snacks burgers and snacks burgers. No one we get hamburger. You pay that much money for cheese. You're not getting a 59 cents hamburger, man. I don't know where in the world you would have gotten that from. You pay that much money for cheese. For extra cheese and extra lettuce. You're not getting no 59. Where would you come up with 59 cents? See, I told you, it's not reality but math. That's the same thing when he talked about how many gallons went into painting a screen, or how many quarts went into a gallon, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Like, no. Or 2 quarts of this product basically paints up to a 250-inch screen. No. The equivalent of 3 100-inch screens that are 4x7? No, you're not good with numbers. You really are. Where do you find the 59-cent hamburger from? Hey, look, Crow, tell us, we all need to know, where you get a 59-cent hamburger, please let us know. Post it, because I think all of us would love to get a 59-cent hamburger. I would love to get a 59-cent hamburger. Everybody would. It's cheap. You know, hamburgers you can get for 59 cents if you had $5 on you. That's a lot right there. So where are we getting this 59 cents hamburger from? This guy's trapped in the freaking 1920s or something, or 1930s. Maybe in that era you might have got something like that. You know, even the millionaire, or the millionaire, they weren't freaking 59 cents. They were $1. There's no way in the world you can get no $59 hamburger, $56 hamburger, 59 cents hamburger. All right, we waste enough time on this idiot. This is why I don't go to his channel, because he just dumb stuff all day long. But as you can see, nothing positive going on this channel. Just basically him ranting. When the product gets there, we'll know. Let me see. We're not looking at any of this stuff. Jamie, I don't come to your channel. I don't look at any of the stuff you have on here, because you don't make any sense. You don't make any sense at all. Talking about a hamburger, what does that have to do with what we're doing over here? Again, way off topic. Very emotional, man. And this right here about some stuff you're talking about, simple response to, we don't care about your simple response. Look, buddy, at the end of the day, package gets there, right? Sign the package, do the demonstration, that's it. If you don't do it, then guess what? You got problems on your hands. You already got problems on your hands already. And you never know. That knock at the door could be anybody. Monday morning, we're going to go contact the police district, and we're going to let them know about that control number we have behind us about the whole thing about immigration. And we have a problem with you because you've been contacting and carrying on and acting up over here, and you just been doing whatever you want to do. So we need to contact them down there, let them know that yeah, we have a person who's not documented and is making trouble for our company. And if they want to look up the form, I can give them the control number where we literally had to follow this thing at. In the police reports. In the reports, we had to have a process server come to your door for copyright infringements. So now this heat's about to be turned up Monday morning. We'll see you then. And when they get you, Mr. Fernando, keep in mind to put you in a holding facility. You're not being deported. You're not going home. None of that's happened. You'll be held there. They'll contact me because all my information's in there for them to reach out and contact me, and I'll explain to them the whole situation of what's going on and why you've been a serious problem to us and our family members. You've been attacking them. So with that being said, I told you, your days are numbered. All right, that's basically about it. Done here. Wasting enough time on this nonsense. Monday morning, getting it taken care of. Gotta go.